seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Riki.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back now to Game 2 between iG.Vitality and LFY. I'm Ollie Pixel. I'm joined by Lumi for this one. Lumi, you alright? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good. And Game 2, Lumi. Riki first pick. Are you liking it?
I don't think Riki deserves a first pick, but this matchup it does, because Xiamen plays Bounty, plays a lot of Riki, so it's definitely a block pick, if you will.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, Dota is a very experienced roaming player, so he's gonna be good with the Riki as well.
Indeed. Yeah, really talking out. You said that you're not just with that pick, but of course with the ban as well. Oh gee, I'm gonna grab themselves the Timbersaw. Understandably so, because game 1, Super's Timbersaw, as you said, it was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it was pretty much a free Timbersaw game though. What I mean by that is there's not many ways to kind of slow him or stop him. There's no Keeper of the Light to mana leak him. There's not an insane amount of magic burst. This game, Riki, I mean, even if you drop a smoke cloud, given the right combination hero, you could kill him. Throughout the game, Riki is going to be able to get a blink strike, get a cloud. If he has a diffuse delay or if he has friends nearby, I think Timber is going to have a little bit of a tougher game. Simply because of the
pick. Yeah. Absolutely, it's the way they're opening. Well, second pick, it's going to be the Spirit. Of course, taking that away from iG.Vit with the dogfights that in game 1. And I mean, the combo was certainly there from iG. You know, they were working out the Spirit Darkseid, but yeah, it just didn't seem to be enough at the end of the day.
Yeah, again, that's more towards good plays from Spur and Yao. They kept everybody out, allow Monet to see buildings. But we'll see. In July, it's going to be Slaughter this game. Remember, the way to deal with Timbersaw is to kind of give him the burst damage, whether physical or magical. I'm seeing teams using Lifestealer and Slaughter in combination quite a bit. I think you can play the game where Vichy, you can play that strategy, and if there's a Desolator on the Lifestealer, if he has an Echo Saber, on top of Timber where he doesn't have that reactive armor kicked in yet, you get a very easy kill and fast with the M5 damage.
Third from iG.Vit.
Okay, well, Lifestealer is taken out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just open with the combo. That's to go get you. One of those heroes that can kind of turn around as, you know, once he gets a few damage items, he can just man fight straight back against if they've got a bit of now.
Yep.
Obviously, they have the Spirit, they have a little bit of control in that sense. And then over on the side of iG.Vit, got the Grush from Slaughter. And it's going to be the Sven Bam. I guess one of the heroes that can kind of counter a Slaughter going in with Amplify and make it very hard for Slaughter to just pick off a target.
Yep. Miss Riki's job somewhat hard to do as well because everybody's suddenly so tanky. Even supports would but ignore Riki for a bit and things.
LGD.Forever young. I mean, what else are you scared of coming through this game? I mean, I'm sure there's obviously still like Shadow Demon. You know, Shadow Demon's still there, and he really seems like the hero that across all series he has been right up there at the top in terms of bans and picks.
I think Shadow Demon will be good for IG, less good for LFY. Simply because even if you disrupt somebody defensively, they're still going to be under that cloud, and that's a that's a problem that still exists. So I think both teams could just pick up Shadow Demon simply on the strength of the hero because he's so powerful. But there are also things like Orko could, let's say somebody's going Timbersaw with Slaughter, you give him that false promise, a debuff everything, he walks out of this cloud, and then he gets to fight again. So maybe we'll see one of the teams kind of turn towards that defensive hero.
And taking their time it. Running that burst, iG.Vit. It's going to be Morphling Bam. Immediately, the hard carrying comes out. LGD.Forever Young, king up the Terrorblade. Now, what does iG.Vit need to do about the Terrorblade? You seem to be picked up, you know, it's third pick, you've still got time to deal with it. How do you play on a TB?
You can him in several ways. One way is to have a ton of magic burst damage. So right now, the team have 0. I think that's why FY, you know, comfortably play Terrorblade as a third pick. The other way to deal with it is punish him when he's sieging your towers. You already have Stutter for that, which is good. Ricky provides you the vision for backstabs, which is also good. They might go for that. You pick up multiple blink daggers on heroes. You jump the TP, burst them down, and then go from there. The only danger with that plan is it's very easy for LY to pick up a 10 hero like an Omni Knight or a Oracle. Suddenly that plan becomes much riskier. Looks like they're gonna pick up the Oracle themselves, which gives them the burst and also denies it to Terrorblade.
Is there? I mean, iG.Vit would not pick up. Would they pick a Husker? I mean, Terrorblade Timbersaw can deal with a Husker, can't they? I mean, are there any temptations you think 5V's line up pick a Husker Oracle?
10 seconds remaining.
Husker deals a lot of damage, but not in quick bursts. So it feels like Terrorblade could get a good Cinder if that's the case.
Yes, just rip into bits.
Yeah. I mean, they can. I wouldn't be able to see the logic, at least. They also have Timbersaw, like you said, with, you know, all the air damage. I think they just pick Oracle because Oracle's a good hero. Not necessarily a comp hero in this game.
I'm with the DK. Interesting selection there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is about. I mean, it gives them more jump and more initiation, Blink Dagger, in combination with Slaughter and DK. Generally, one of the problems with DK is that he tends to build very utility ability. He gets Blink, AC. So his right damage in the late game can suffer if he doesn't farm well. And that's where Slaughter helps out, right? You know, the amplified damage suddenly makes your DK hit like a machine.
Reserve time.
But I think he might have a tough time cheating against Timbersaw mid. Rolling Death against Strength Heroes classic counter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's certainly possibly. I've got ways to take down DK and LGD.Forever Young still that final pick, which is, as we'd imagine, going to be Yao's hero. They're still, unless they play Yao Timber and put super on something different in the mid lane. Ban out the Slark to finish. And I mean, it's just about what kind of hard carries are left really for iG.Vit.
Juggernaut's still in the pool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're Jug against Terrorblade because it's hard to get up to.
He's something to do with the TV. Ooh. I don't know. We do not see a lot of Jero. I mean, they've got to steamroll this game actually, because surely if they get behind, Terrorblade can kind of just eat Jaro up. They have got the false promise to give Jaro a boost, but at the moment it just feels like LGD. They've just got the more solid draft, haven't they?
You know what the problem is? Gyro just doesn't do enough damage.
No, he got nerfed and nerfed and nerfed.
Yeah, like we saw him not being picked at TI6 over again, and player just said, look, he just doesn't hit enough, hard enough, given the items that you get on him. And I think DK sometimes falls in the same category as well. This player needs to like amp everybody. We're gonna see that Yao Sanking. I hear he likes to play quite a bit. And honestly, he's got the lane for it. Or Gyro may be annoying, but I think you could lane Sanking there and do fine.
Yeah, this scene, I mean, DK and Gyro, that's really feels like a combo of the past, having those two cores. But iG.Vit gonna try and make it work, and they need to. At the moment, LG, one game up in this series, a game away from knocking IG out of this tournament. This is going to be quite something if they can pull it off. Paparazzioni's Gyro. I mean, how do you go about it? Do you just need to have this Gyro turning to fights fairly on? You need to somehow slow down Monet farm? What is the biggest issue for iG.Vit this game, looking at the lineup?
iG.Vit has a very limited timing window where they're actually stronger than LFY, which is where you get the BKB on both Gyro and DK and just go. Because if you look at what BKB does in this game, it makes Spirit not a hero, it makes Sang not a hero, it makes Timbersaw not a hero. So suddenly it's just like holding down the base against this kind of very strong game pushing lineup from iG.Vit. So that's the timing that you need to hit around the 25-30 minutes where you have both BKBs and you just go for the win. That's their issue. Can they get there in can lanes kind of sustain themselves, you know, not fall too far behind? That's the question that iG.Vit has to answer.
In terms of the lanes, it's not like there's going to be anything too out of the ordinary, as it will be both teams just running the safe lane tri lanes, with potentially this ladder up on the top. The dogfights is going to head up it. Let's get a bit of intel for the side. And we'll switch forward.
LFY. Xiamen usually plays the forward hero, unless they get Earth Spirit. LPC is a very good Earth Spirit player, so Xiamen can place the 5, let his friend do his thing, and he's gonna play the low dazzle.
Oh, and they have to say they've got the dust as well. They are prepared for the Ricky. And dogfights, he can make them work for it, but they're still going to get the kill, and first blood as well. Couldn't be any better LFY. It's Monet, either one to pick up that money. First for the Terrible.
Okay, Metamorphosis is used. Good job. You tank well for it. My lane gets a little bit better, at least time being. But yeah, so very happily picked up by Monet. The thing with Terrible is his build doesn't change too much. Sometimes you see a carry here at a first line, and you're like, okay, I could get a Midas. Terrible is one of those heroes. He's still gonna go for the same build and get that, you know, the early Dragonlance, Trits, and then, you know, Manta, BKB, Sky, that stuff. The build doesn't change too much.
Let's see what dogfights can get done at the moment on top. They're actually gonna make a go. And July, it's a good crush off. Looks like it will save himself. Dogfight's training hits, taking quite a bit of punch, and
Dire's top tower is
takes a bit of a beating, both of them in fact, as they push them back. Now PC and Xiamen just keeping the offlane of iG shut down at the time being. The mid lane matchup, I mean, Timbersaw against the DK, I mean, surely this is a hard lane for Sakata, or does he still do alright with the brief fire spam?
If he puts the second to Dragon Blood and make sure his supports get the bottle or get for him, he should be fine. I mean, I think both is gonna straight farm and be okay.
And of course on the bottom lane, Gyro, you've got the Gyro. When you drop Gyro, you do kind of have to look for that potential of getting a kill later, don't you? I mean, against Yao, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
They don't have a good stun here, right? Unless Ricky roams here with a super out, and hold that thought, super might be in a little bit of trouble.
Nice, only level 1. You can hold back a little. Some barrage from Paparazzi will be enough. And he's super's got to be careful. And he's got a couple of tangos. Still just the level 1 on him, of course. The mid lane, it's 10 for 0, super, 6 for 1 on Cicada, so slight lead for the Timbersaw as expected. Top lane, 1. Inlies are getting a fair few CS from the lane. And dogfights, Joey. Battling out there in the river.
Yeah, actually, July is getting more than I expect. Part of his Metamorphosis being down, so he's not afraid of it. And part of his also dogfights being there, getting a couple of hits, making sure that he could get some CS under the tower. And that's big, right? iG.Vit, again, they want to get a certain timing where they could get early BKB and go. And having an early Blue Dagger to tie you over for the laning stage from in July, set up a couple of weeks, that's going to be huge for the team. So every CS they get right now is a big win for iG.Vit.
Dogfights, again just tailing Xiamen. Back down towards money. I mean, can try and make a bit of a go here. That's training punches.
Yeah.
That's can't finish anything off obviously with Xiamen hanging around.
I mean, the problem with the Metamorphosis,
yeah,
is that, you know, you use it and you go for a kill, but like you use it with stunners, right? Like Dazzle's just not the IG partner if you want to be going for kills. Oh, he's gonna pop it here, but most just for a couple of CS. Like he can't really do too much. In July, once he sees that down, he's gonna be feeling more confident again.
I mean, is this the best play for dogfights really, just to keep his attention towards the top lane, or can he get anything else done across the map?
Oh, he's actually gonna go for just more harass. That's the question I've been asking myself. Remember the last game, Xiao was running around Valley and getting multiple kills, and doing so much. I feel like even the draft, there's no good lane to kill, right? Where's he actually gonna go? He could go and hurt the Timber, but Timber's got, you know, plus 15 armor. That's not happening. And then lane. maybe for Sanking, that's the easiest lane. And try there at least. But I don't think we could do much this game, honestly, in the lanes at least.
Paparazzi continuing to find a free lane now bottom. Not a lot's been done to slow down the Gyro's farm, so Paparazzi's going to have that to the game. It's just of course a question of how we use it, as it isn't really flavor of the pretty much flavor of this shit, feels like, as it very much is a pick that teams not favouring on. Meanwhile, in fact, mid lane, Super came around, cutter and fights DP on the Juggernaut. They were able to find themselves to pick off onto the Timber Source, so big pick. I'm going to allow the Scatters get a bit of damage done onto the mid lane tower.
Okay, so instead of going for the easier laning with the second blood, went for the kill opportunity. And with the Ricky on your team makes sense. Profile plus a stun. I was gonna pop his Dragon Form to start hurting the tower a little bit. Actually, secondary kill. Nice.
Yeah, but the burst is more than enough, and again, iG.Vit very quickly killing the Timber a second time.
That's tilt move, right? You gank mid once, and then your supports disappear. They're still there. Yeah, and they're like, oh my god. If you're playing mid there, you just tilted. The game is, I mean, the lane's already lost for you. It just doesn't feel great. Like,
it's gonna be very frustrating.
Yeah.
Indeed, for the Timber, LPC's come over to the mid lane, try and soak up a bit of the XP. Bottom lane, so Yao sitting around. He's getting levels, but obviously with the fact that he's staying in lane, the farm's not great. He's only got 3 CS in the moment. He has not really had a chance to get much gold at all this game.
You know, perhaps I underestimated Gyro's laning ability. Like I said, Yao's gonna do fine, and right now he's gonna come CS, but at the price of a paparazzi level 6, porting it up with the cooldown.
I want to try and do something, get the carries head to head, to see if they can find it. Mate, and the paparazzi smoked up. Do kind of mean they can get Xiamen is in the neighborhood. He does not have a grave yet though. And the cooldown's going to be pretty much gets the slow onto both of them. Xiamen, he's going to be the first focus. There's a reaction from Super Xiao as well. Hello, they can turn this. Looking for Paparazzi out. Got the level 2 brush strike. He's getting in range. Paparazzi jukes out.
That's no TP. Stuck there. How is he going to get out here?
On the same time, LP was looking for in July. Doesn't find it. Yeah, Paparazzi, there's no way he's getting out of this one. Do chop him down. They go for an aggressive play, iG.Vit, but LFY very, very quick with the reactions there, sending everyone up top.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as they saw the creep wave running into the tower, that's a big sign to not go, because you don't have the positioning. And they decided to go for a very big wraparound play. But by that time, you know, like that, the entire LFY has already responded. Didn't look good.
Mid, Super. And that's Cicada. In fact, with a push up from Xiao, I can see have a good shot, a good heal bomb from Xiamen. And they'll get themselves that nice pick. And indeed, he killed their way happy was in particular after he was taken out twice by the DK with a bit of help from his friends. So, we're now to 3 for 3 on the map. And it really just for this is a game where, as we said, you know, iG.Vit, they can't be satisfied with taking inventories. They need to be ahead at this stage.
At least ahead until the sort of lane comes in. You know, yeah. But once that comes in, it ties you over. That guarantees you at least a couple of kills and kind of go off from there. The last few minutes, it shows you the strength of a Sanking offlane. Very few offlaner, including your Tide, your Timbersaw, or your Faceless Void. You know, you don't get to walk around level 5 creating counter gank opportunity and ganking mid. Right? Sanking though, however, he's got a good early stun, and he's able to win 2 team fights for him.
Oh, mid lane's just got to be careful. He's got 5 heroes looking at him. I think he knows he's back out, so I'll be able to get a tier 1 tower out of the group up. Super managing to avoid potentially bad fate. And more space for Monet. And still, the space is there for Paparazzi. And it's both carries get even. Paparazzi's got a bit of a stab going on there as well. Yao TPing down to the bottom lane. iG.Vit, they have 3 around. And Sakata with the Dragon Form back up down in a second, so they can look to just convert this into another push. Yeah,
instead of going for these big tower, this is what iG.Vit wants to be doing. This is what they're strong at. You know, Dragon Form push, group up. It's hard for LGD.FY to fight into it because you have cooldown. But looks like I'm gonna counter push instead.
And with the Metamorphosis to take a trade, Ninja going forward. Has to be careful, taking a lot of damage, and yet, well, LP rolls in. Ninja Line, he's going to go down. Play Paparazzi, drops the cooldown, Rocket Barrage onto LPC, they find one. Can they get themselves anything more out of Xiamen on the side? He does have a grip available, but can't quite get in range. It's only level 1. So Paparazzi finds a double. Now iG.Vit after taking down the bottom tier 1, they've still got the rest of that Dragon Vault to commit to the tier 1 top. And just a nice bit of play moving from bottom to top, getting the objectives and getting those kills as well.
Yeah, and this really helps out Slaughter, who hasn't been farming too silently well, you know, after they show the new stage. Now we get that little bit of nice bang, and now we'll also get the same into himself. We are about 1400 gold to, once he gets it, the game will really moving. The tier 2 will, you know, ideally be iG.Vit. So.
This as well, Super and LPC are going to try for a smoke. I'll see who's able to focus their eyes in July at the moment. They have this wall. I got good vision. I just need pretty much just well, yeah, LPC to land his spells. And well, okay, there's the Burrow Strike to set it up in silence. They'll take him down, and then just clean kills it up. They sweep down towards the point. We'll try and turn this potentially into a tier 1 push of their own.
Yeah, unfortunately for Alpha, they don't push nearly as fast as iG.Vit, and it's very easy for iG.Vit to come down with Shadow, drop a call down, and just defend the top. Looks like let's see Super would be the first one important. Gotta be careful though. Lots of stun here.
But dogfights as well wrapping around. Actually, won't be pure. Just getting himself away. And again, super similar build to the game 1. He goes for the hood against iG.Vit's.
This game more so out of necessity than keeping his lead. Like he's already had twice a member to the games repeatedly. He understands that there's a lot of burst damage, especially from the Jawa's call down. So he'll need to stay alive. Ideally, he probably needs something like a to, you know, buff, amplify damage, get himself momentarily away from silences and whatnot. We'll see what he exactly goes for.
At the moment, between two teams, Networth leads slightly favoring iG.Vit. It's only okay. Very close indeed. And July continues to get space. Back off court for Sakata. He just have armor and also a DD in the bottle, so they could certainly make him happen with this Dragon Knight.
Yep.
In terms of his build phase, what does he go for? Does he have to get the BKB next, or are we going to see the Dragon Lance or the L1? What's the build nowadays on a jar?
I think go Dragon Lance split because it's so good for the stats. And then, depending on where you're in, you probably BKB to tank up. L.Y. Oh, they're gonna put himself in July again. This is the one they want. They want him over
Absolutely.
and over again. Yeah.
He does get the crush off, but the magnetize, especially on taking increased damage. Tonight, but the aggro is already on LFY. That, you know, it's slowing down Slardar's blink, and it's putting Yao in a very good position on the road to hit. He's pretty much got the Blink Dagger Gold on the Sand King very shortly.
Yeah.
Oh. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Got my here though.
He might have done. Oh! No, he doesn't. Tricks of the trades there, and LPC caught by Sakata.
Sakata with this double damage every time I see him getting on his dragon form.
Losing kill. Maybe. Well, if they can get Monet here, there's no tier 1. Let's chase it down. Screw there. Cool down. Let's see with the rubber now. Xiamen healing up Monet. The Sunder. The Grave as well. That miscommunicates Xiamen. Maybe lose well. 2 got down. Cut with a double kill. So got to be careful. PC, it looks like line some. Sakata's still hanging around, feeling confident with the Dragon Form and the armlet. Maybe iG.Vit can turn this into a push. But a bit of misplaying and big kills for the side of iG.Vit to be finding 9-6, and the same player that's needed to this jump, especially with a very tasty stuff.
Yeah, I mean this is Zhao. This is where he's strong. Right? Early game, he's able to back that fight where not many like characters can fight. So it makes sense. He's playing it as perfectly as the hero is intended to. Looking, I think it would have pushed that tier 2 tower that we were mentioning if DK had it up, but it was just being towards the end of the fight, so they didn't have that. The other thing I want to be mentioning is, normally when we see a tier blade being picked, it's very customary for the towers to tier 1s, right? Even the tower in his lane hasn't been taking it yet. That just shows you how well iG.Vit has been taking control of the game in terms of the pushing as well as the team fighting. And I guess that's where DK and Gyro make skills where others would not be.
Watch it for him as his dead body gets kicked to the curb. Can't at the same time Xiamen drops the sentry. So yeah, I did have the blink bleed, so now the game becomes very hard for Ricky. He's got to be careful when he comes close to the team, because LFY been pretty much on top of the game with the sentries.
Yep. And this blink dagger pickup makes power much harder. You easily get extended by blink burst strike. You don't have the BKB. You don't have things like Grave to back you up, and it's very easy for Tier Saw as well as Burst Spirit to come in and just get a kill on you. So iG.Vit will probably not on the last outer tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And I'm fending them off. I mean, Ocean, I mean, both teams can do it. They've got Amplify iG and good fight around it. They've gone more for this. Do you expect to see a team try for it?
Not unless they win a big fight. I mean, you can do it, but it takes such a long time to do it, at least with different items, that both teams are very good at pushing, right? You got Terrorblade on one side, and you got the Gyro as well as Dragon Knight on the other. Where if you go for a Roche, it will take a full minute. You lose the tower and more, just from the time you take the dogfight again. Yeah.
Sentries are everywhere in this region of the map. And maybe that'll be enough. Rick's down. Monet heads in. They're gonna go for the Roche attempt. And
this is what I mean, though.
You're gonna be able to do it, thing.
Frosty, instead of pushing into tier 2, they're gonna try to fight. Okay. It's gonna take a while doing it, so if iG.Vit wants to fight, they have time to group up and smoke and do whatever.
It's gonna be close. In July does have the blink. It'll be the blink reveal. Yeah, LFY realize what's going on. If they want to look for a wraparound, look at this movement. They're coming around up to the high ground. See if iG.Vit is about the successful. They know that iG.Vit's there. Not quite. Just to maintain control around the pit. Super's going to be the one to lead forward, trying to see if he can dispel some sort of smoke. In July, continuing forward, looking for the jump. There it is. He finds Super. See the counter play coming in onto In July. Silence, explosion catching up Super. He's going to be able to move. In fact, the cooldown minimal efforts in this fight. Paparazzi a little bit off point as LFY able to get themselves out of it. And July moving into more, looking for a rush, but Epicenter comes in, Super falling low. It's going to be the Earth that goes here on the side of LFY. Super greater just time by Xiao again. Cicada's got a double damage route. He's going to take down Super. 3 down the side. On the back lines of it, out. Getting himself out of this one. And sticking him down, look for the Dukes, hope for a blink. Oh, TP! Oh, it's not gonna work. It's Cicada with the Dragon Tail. But you said earlier, this man with the DD route every time.
Yeah. By the way, the cooldown did nothing. I mean, he didn't win the team fight, but kept him long enough they could pick up, at least 1 or 2 kills. And I guess the danger of going for push at this point in the game, neither team have that much damage where they could kill it fast, and just gives the other team, the ability to reinforce and take a good, well-calculated fight.
Xiamen.
Yeah.
And just for the dazzle there, coming out a little bit far zone. iG quick with a sweep round and takedown. It's getting a little bit rocky for LFI, losing fights like this. When iG.Vit group up go, I've certainly got potential at this stage. Perhaps, what's he got on the courier? Looks like he needs to go for the S and Y and Dragon Lance.
BKB. I guess Sakta's gonna be the only one getting BKB for now, and he's gonna be the frontline tank.
Yeah.
Dragon's help us, further and so makes sense. No, back off. Also, right now, as the fights are happening, Xiao's level is just simply too low. It's hard for him to stay close enough to get off a good grave. He's got level 1 grave. But if he's staying too close, that's where he gets, Slaughter Crushed, Ricky Cloud, or Fall Down. So it's a hard gameplay tussle right now.
Yeah, really is. I mean, we just seen him time and time again being targeted at these fights. Now they're just into the pit. Going to try again, but iG.Vit cut. This be really risky, greedy no matter what. iG.Vit get there in time.
Doesn't have no damage this time. Maybe
that
that's
could be the turn. We'll see. The jump in, the P out, Sandstorm on the high ground. 2 camp borders allows LFY to approach. They'll get it. They'll get the Aegis on the Lu Jiao Aegis like perfect cross. With the focus, super pretty quick. Monet, he's punching back and he's punching back hard. Scatter down. In July, trying to get himself, but the Sunder click is gonna be enough. Yes, with Yash Martinez, he gets it. They're falling low, but he has still got the Aegis. Hold up. Focus on Timber. Timbersaws for 2. But up, down to 2 left. Super trying to get out, but the ship's there from Super. The chain to finish it, and also to all be back. The team.
It was a super close decision to give the Aegis to Timber. I mean, if the demon respawns back, he doesn't have metamorphosis anymore, so it's not going to be that effective. Whereas Timber, we saw what he did at the second half of the team output so much damage. Really great positioning by LPC. He was at this cliff at the beginning of the fight. He was able to disable the whole team.
Good stun.
And allowed the Terror to finish, like you said, and that really made all the difference in the fight. Xiamen again died at the beginning of the fight, so he remains level 9. He's very low level. He needs to pick up more grave, and he's doing so, but painful game for him. But his team is winning fights, so it's good.
I play there for wow. The lead that B had, 5k, it's pretty much gone with that fight.
Yeah.
It's back down to neck and neck between the 2 sides. And as we said, this is something you've got to be careful about happening. Yeah, perhaps on that Jark. That's why done. They need to make sure that he can keep himself relevant in these fights.
Right.
So he's already starting to do a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, and this is the danger of LFY instead of BK against the Timber. Or if there's a runaway team fight for LFY, there's no way you make it out because you don't have that magic immunity against Timber, against Earth, against King. But also, within the next 10 minutes, this is where we see iG.Vit break it because this is the time where you need to start knocking out on tier 2, start knocking out on high ground, and get things done. Because their team, the lineup doesn't really that well. That's where Timber Saw would go.
On the top, iG. Going for the tier 2. Super truck just down the push, but have to let this one. That's very, very low. And that's why I the necessity to find out by that 2 at this time being.
Dire's top tower has
So iG.Vit get the tower. Fights. Halfway towards the difficult blade.
Maybe iG.Vit should take a fight.
Maybe.
Yeah. Double damage.
Oh, oh my god.
And this is Vado.
Yeah, he's certainly time to play. And he's happy.
Yep.
Big damage, pretty ready to go on. Sarcasm.
They've been giving the stack to the DK or the Gyro. Gyro, right?
Oh, the Ancients.
Yeah.
It's been the Gyro, I think, yeah.
Okay.
Saw him earlier, yeah. Yeah, he is. Actually, yeah, he's pretty close to us as well, actually.
Both of them.
Sorry.
Both of them are like fairly armed up. Mid lane.
Paparazzi, being initiated. Damage now from this airplane. Paparazzi just melting. He will just survive. He has to fail immediately.
Yep. If Doc wasn't in the he dies. So, good job on the support there, but they're gonna lose this tier 2.
Fortification is going to be expended for it as well. Down to full in July, comes in with a crush. Eyes on it, but there's the Epi coming in, Yao. Fist of it all, bringing in July low, bursting down the last. Gets himself away. LPC running across. He's going to be trying to target Monet, but get the onto the captain catapult. Almost just goes double time, trying to turn out. And with a great from, it's going to be able to do it. Power has to get himself out. Super. Gonna be a big kill if he can finish it off. Tim Chain misses. He would be able to chase it towards the Super. That's in the pain. They managed to take down Mono. They'll take Xiamen as well. In fact, oh, they did it. LFY comes back in with Super to clean up the messy fight. On A, it is a favourable trade for LFY. It's a 3-for-4. Gyro survived, but we're starting to see at this point, it's not a lot of the preparedness you can do in these fights.
Well, he was never really in that. He got chased all the way back. He couldn't really come as a team fight was happening. Super being a huge winner in a team fight. A bunch of Luster charge, boot, and also very, I guess, fortunate timing for LFY. Dragon at the beginning of the team fight didn't have Dragon before. Like he went in there as the human and honestly was not hitting that many people. If he had Dragon form, I think that would have been a different team fight where iG might have actually won it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, with the way that was close as it is, anything like that, the scales would have held out. As it stands, the game's still very close. It was poor. Roshan can be looked. Yeah, he did have the over, but yeah, just one. He will have to be ready for the next fight, so he's certainly kid up to do his best to survive the team fights, but I feel that he has that damage. Well, it's still going to be very limited how effective this Gyro can be, especially in fights up against Mono. He's walking around with insane amounts of armor, and also pretty much done himself as well.
And also that puts July in a very difficult role where he has to be the initiator, but he also has to survive long before he amplifies on the critical targets. Because both Gyrocopter and Dragon Knight is really counting on that amplified damage to go through the armor of Triple, like you said, and as well as Weave. Let's not forget about that. As the team fight moves on, Xiamen is going to be pumping out more and more armor to the team. And to put more on top of that, when it's got things like BKB as well as to start to get rid of amplified damage. So Slaughter, I don't know how he's going to get amplified on everything, but he needs to. It's a tough for iG.Vit right now.
I mean, he's, to kick off with the crushes, but pretty much in and out. Yeah. Because it's him. And if he punches and he's dead. Gonna try and play again though, iG.Vit coming out towards the top. Knocking it up. King the opening, injured Jones, he gets 2-man crush face, and the follow-up. He comes in, take out. No stack, they have to worry about this fight. Trying to man fight up against Perez, pause and back for the amplifier onto Mono, bringing him down fairly low. That's actually back away here on the side. Super still trying to play up on the bar. July hits the crush. Mono held in place. Elvis starts to magnetize. Good sun. Putting Mono back in a good position. They'll take the Dragon Knight down. 4 as well. Mono keeping himself alive, but he still goes down. There's not enough stuff to stay. Xiamen was unable to get the grave off by the looks of it. Now Xiamen himself, he'll grave himself. He's almost starting to go down. That's a TP, but they have tools, so he can try. Look at why.
Yeah. Look at the world difference it makes Slaughter alive to continue to out-practice as well as amplify damage. The Terrorblade with his godly armor was able to be pushed back when he's amplified. And Paparazzi, because he got promise and he just kept running forward, keep hitting people. And Slaughter, putting the finishing touches in that fight, chasing down one after another. So that's the reason they won the fight. They the enemy offlaner, the tanking, before he dropped a single stop, and then your offlaner is able to keep on chasing, and now all of a sudden, Paparazzi not only has the BKB, but he also has 2.6k, 2.8. I wonder what he's gonna get. I honestly don't know. MKB is the standard item of choice for Gyrocopter, but this means somewhat of a different game, so I wonder if he's gonna go for something else instead.
I guess it's, you gotta fly because of the fact that he might eventually be evade, as the Gyro, you get a fly to try and force LFY to build an MP on the Terrorblade.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, even something like Diffusable, which seems a little bit odd, isn't too terribly bad. It gives you quite a bit of damage. It allows you to chase much better. So, Illusion gonna eat all of the stuns. So we'll see. I think he's gonna default for MKB, like you mentioned. You know, in preparation of the butterfly, it's great damage. But if you want a little bit more utility, Scotty, if you all of those
Guys,
are.
he's gonna go butterfly. Can butterfly himself.
You know,
I mean, yeah, he's gonna be hard to take down in the fight. Butterfly.
There's a funny build. Loki used to go for Ethereal Blade on the Gyrocopter. This is like a couple years back where he actually max homing middle and used Ethereal Blade and then call down a big magical burst. But I don't think we've seen any other player go for that.
I mean, do you like the whole skin? I miss it.
It's
The Parax has gone for.
A little bit because I think you could just put 1 point. You know, because it gives you so much utility. You just have the 1 point. You put it on Xiao, he has to just run, right? He's not gonna just stand there and take the stun. He's the man of the stats, I guess.
And he's got a BK Dragon Lance. SI levels in him. Bottom lane FY. Groups again. Roshan is back up. There's LGD. I mean, the question is, does the Dragon Knight get it again?
He's towards it. Oh, maybe not. His teammate might get it. Paparazzi. Yeah, he'll take it.
Another point, I've got to be careful about taking this fight. I want to be very wary about fighting into a DD Gyrocopter.
And both teams are putting so much attention in this spot because Roshan has spawned, and at this point of the game, either team could take it very quickly, especially with his amplified damage.
That's just smoke from LFY here. They see that the IG is coming hard on the mid. They could pinch them. They get a good wrap around from LFY. Yeah, has the EP. And she goes very careful here. There's just immediately July, but the false promise comes out. There's pulled out, looking for Monet, but he pops the BK. Man fighting up against Cicada, forcing the DK to back up. Still at the FP yet to use it, super being focused. Xiamen gets the grave off, keeping super alive. But that gets out of this one, backing up, retreating, holding himself out for the time. They have managed to keep these out and lost the whole percenter. So iG.Vit kept fighting into this. Now jumps in, immediately getting. He'll be out of this out super bit of fuse chase. The dog. There we go again. Xiamen with the graves, keeping super alive. Barazzi can get this kill, chasing down the Chiba in July. Comes back with the crush onto Monet. The Timber Sword does the Bloodstone charge, healing the Terrorblade back up. Monet and Xiamen. July can get this crush. He's gonna go for it, but again at the grave on Xiamen in there. Cicada toggles the arm. There's the Sunder on inside, putting Monet back in a healthy position. EP coming in from Super. Now GV back off. Super. Oh, again, he's not punched. A hook off the mark. Won't be able to because iG.Vit.
So 1-3 team fight recap was about 2k net worth win here for iG.Vit. But they did the objective that they want, which is it's not a great fight for LFY, but at least Terrorblade did die. They put time on the deck. Terrorblade building towards I have Scotty. I think if he had I have Scotty, the fight would have been much different because hitting all these low range slash melee heroes, just kind of walking away. Having it frost attack level would be huge. Now if going into the Roshan, no dragon form to work again, so I think they might. Yeah,
look at the TPs though, Livy. They're coming over for it. Can they fight it, as you said, without Dragon Form? Can they still do this?
Now they have it. Good call. I thought it was.
Oh, just watching the Yaskers. And he's popped the Dragon Form now, though. So, he's timing. Oh, Dogfight's caught out. The false promises. Bringing in just enough. I'll keep fights alive. And that fight just playing with. Yep.
I think if Alpha you out the dragon, no, he popped the okay, no, they want to.
Coming in, he's got to be careful of these smoke clouds. As yeah, out onto Paparazzi, stun as well. Paparazzi falling low. Monet popping the BKB, trying to go into the gyro. They'll lose Xiamen though on the dazzle. He falls. Dogfight. Oh, get the tricks, the train. He's going to survive for the time. Cicada hits the train. He's got it done. Get it off! Oh, he can't! He's out! They've lost 3! But at the same time, LFY are finding the kills in return. It's a 3 for 3 at the moment. Super chases Paparazzi, makes it a 4-3. The last man standing, Super on the Oracle. Super coming to be superior as he'll take down his evil counterpart.
Gonna lose the gem.
And indeed, gem on the decks. Ultra kill for Super. He had a great game on the Timbersaw. Game 2, looking to continue that.
You know, I said that he's gonna have a much tougher game, but apparently not. His itemization has been great. The hood keeping him alive, the List Orb to get rid of further amplified damage, and the Blink Dagger letting him output damage. So he's really being forced to reckon with, and I think iG.Vit's momentum is really slipping now. 2 team fight loss in a row. Granted, LGD.F.Y hasn't got that Aegis. Granted, they have killed terribly in these fights, but I'm not sure whether that's enough to stop the momentum. It's just not. It's not just about Terrorblade. Tanking is an issue now. Like we said, Super is an issue now. And again, Dragon Knight as well as Gyro, these just don't carry that well to the late game unless you're super stacked with items. They're not really that stacked.
Well, that really seems to be a problem. Network has been up and down. Every time iG.Vit starts to get a little bit ahead, as you said, you know, they lose the team fights to LFY, they get themselves back in a good position. Yeah, Gyro, you know, Paparazzi may be at the top, but very much heals. And no doubt, he's still going to be catching up to do the Terrorblade before it becomes the real beast. We're seeing he can do a fair damage, but he keeps coming very close to falling, and obviously most of the time does end up dying.
Yep. And mostly credit to Sakata. In this case, he's singling out Xiamen. He knows, you know, they could deal with Sunder, can't deal with Sunder and Gray. So every fight he's looking for Xiamen. That's what the Slaughter is also doing. He's also looking for Xiamen. So again, I don't know how Xiamen is gonna keep himself alive and without Graves right time. It's just a really tough game for Dazzle to play well. But yeah, he's holding on. He's got the gem now. Huge stacker and LFY.
And Roshan needs to go down. iG wants to find out from that press the Aegis to get come over.
Ooh.
Come on, they actually finish this off.
Probably not.
I don't know.
And he's
don't
committed
have the best
meta.
spread damage.
Committed meta for this.
They're gonna have to fight. Paparazzi comes in. Monet pops the BKB. There's your possible Paparazzi. He's attacking Monet and farming the stack at the same time with a flat cannon. He's caught out by the burst strike putting out, but they've already lost Super. So he Aegis down once. July looking for more. He's trying to look for Yao. So LFY will get the birds out. So they pop the Aegis, but they do lose their Timbersaw for it. Took a bit of the stack away, but the most of it remains, and Paparazzi will be able to back up and clean that out. At the network.
It's really a questionable decision by LFY. They gave away Aegis to farm a stack, which they're not really good at farming that stack. And I mean, it's a good position of the fight. They had vision advantage and they had hill advantage, but I don't know. I mean, hindsight is 2020, yes, but LFY losing a bit of momentum. Terrorblade nowhere near his have Scotty. He's been holding the ultimate orb, I want to say, like since 10 minutes ago.
And as I said, he needs to have that complete. Yeah, 1100 gold away from Aghanim Scepter. And as of course these team fights wants you to have it. It's iG.Vit going across the D ward. And LFY keeping themselves together. I've got to be careful as iG.Vit really are coming this Gyro as perfectly set ahead of the game, and I'll see if we can have this, trying to get the same mechanics sort of ball. So
yep.
I'm sure is it pick seems to be out for the time. He's 9 13. He's having better of a game than on his Terror.
That's definitely for sure. And Satanic in combination with False Promise is just sickening. Like,
yeah.
You get a blow, False Promise comes through, he pops the Satanic, and he's gonna pop out with 4 HP every single time. TV with the new item will smoke out.
LFY a little bit split apart I mean, I was on the bottom. iG.Vit, they've got their eyes on the mid lane. Right. Sending the illusions out. Looks like they're aware so he's going on as LFY, just keeping themselves on the high ground.
Yeah. The creeps are 2 put in on all lanes and nobody's defending it, so it is so obvious. He will back away. Also in that last team fight, I'm not sure whether your camera caught it, Super blinked in and just died like instantly.
No, I
needs-
think I catch the super def. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
he has to be aware without his reactive armor, he like at least 15 to 20 stacks of reactive armor. He's not that tanky, especially with amplified damage on him. He basically blinked it, got stunned by Crush, got amplified, and died during the slaughter rush. So he needs to allow Yao to go in first, allow Yao to grab, throw out his ult before he really commits. Can't really be the Superman that he's been these games before.
Scarding complete. Come on. Another fight. Looking to move it, but at the same time, the fights are going to get harder and harder. Gada has got the Sock Cross on his way out.
Okay.
I mean, iG.Vit is a fireman. Just the armor reduction and the amount of tankiness that they have. It's going to be very hard to fight through.
Yeah. During the draft, I kept saying, look, I'm worried about DK's aggression. I'm worried about Gyro's aggression. They both got a ton of items, so it comes down to execution. They got through the very tough stage of the game. They haven't got the Raxus at 30, or the line I'm trying to do, but they can't go late because they got the items.
I'm going to place it back. Not wanting to hang around too far and his territory. There's an invis room if anyone's able to get anything. So with this, maybe set something up. LPC grabs it. And this he heads straight back over to the side of the smoke. Picked up Gem. Yeah. That super on the GV.
Oh,
both teams. Yeah.
I don't know if you're holding up on energy level because you cast a long best of 3, but I think we're moving into that territory where we're gonna see buybacks coming up from most of the core players. They're gonna be super safe. It's good old Chinese games.
Yeah, this is one of those games that you can continue to go back and forth. It feels. I mean, as we're seeing in the fights, really, the team really has had a clear lead constantly. It's just back for. It's been kind of in the ballpark of iG.Vit, but only slightly.
Yep. And sometimes they lose that team fight. Remember, the fight where Super was a sole survivor, he drops a gem and he dies as well. So it's really back and forth. So this kind of game, that's where you start to look at the supports to see which team has the better backline. You can make the argument that iG.Vit has really the superior support. The false promise allowing the core to keep on fighting. Ricky Smoke Allow is constantly super annoying to deal with, and he's hard to kill because multiple team fights he survives with the trade. So I feel like he's got that beat in that department. Technically, the Grave is a very powerful spell in this game, but as we pointed out multiple times, I just can't take it alive. Just too many blinks, too much damage, and perhaps his positioning has been the best.
It really looks like he wants to kind of great Monet, but a lot of the times you think to look towards Super or even Yao RPC that are going in first and getting immediately focused.
Right.
So it's for Yao to kind of control who he saves it. Towards it. Smoke. I'm just gonna get low, head up, around, look for the pro. Movement is there. There's the preparing for the wall. There we have the lead in. That's a good opening. They found Paparazzi. Can they move now? Monet tries to punch in, but they hasn't got enough damage. In July will be July 5 from it. LPC by Xiao Shellgrave. They'll manage to take down the Oracle. Monet towards Paparazzi, forcing him back now towards Cicada, but he just doesn't seem to do enough damage. Boy, now towards Dota, but the tricks of the trades there. Ricky keeps himself alive. Cicada comes in, takes down Monet. Xiao has to get himself out of there. Paparazzi chasing down Super as well. It'll be a fourth. How Yao coming in with the epicenter. Does do all the back of it, but it looks like it may not be good enough. Yules on Yules action here. And in July will continue to chase. Now he's able to get out. So a 4-2 trade. Yao able to make something good happen for LFY at the end of that one, but still a very painful fight for the LFY to lose.
Yeah, unfortunately, all they got is the 2 supports, and the 2 support won't be the one that's pushing. It's Paparazzi as well as the Dragon Knight, but buyback from Super, they're gonna try their best to okay, that's quite a bit of damage coming out here.
And Super Jam burst. Oh, look at it coming down onto Tissel, falling low and falling down. The Maelstrom probably do it. They'll take it how? But the two-man are strong. Magnetized. Reset them as well by LPC. Yeah, able to force them back. Just Timber start for that defense.
Yep.
Oh,
Maybe they
get right now. LPC hitting the smash. Just need more. They need Monet back up. They'll up the racks.
Radiant's bottom
30
tower
to 28. iG.Vit now. Expect to see them break away there. It's just the biggest they've had all game. They'll look towards Roshan. Roshan not quite up for a minute.
So how many deaths is that for LFY? They lost 4 in the actual team fight. Timber had to buy back, and he died in. Then I believe the Ursa also bought back.
Let's have a look at the backs. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so it's actually 6 deaths.
Yeah, 6
Or
deaths,
5, yeah.
and they lose tier 3, and they might still lose base. Here comes I.
And he's they'll have him a backup. And you need Monet to do something big. He's got Metamorphosis to set up shortly. Already the racks are down in mid lane. GV breaking into the base hard. Hit the sun onto Paparazzi. And one set of racks down. Now LFY in org position. Jar pick and the Jar and the DK working out. I
Yeah.
don't be Paparazzi 6.5k.
I don't want to
This
take
is Jar again.
I don't want to take anything away from the Gyro or the DK, but I feel like Oro had a huge part in this. The cross has been on point, especially during the early pushes where sometimes I get the jump on Slaughter or Dragon Knight, but False Promise has been on point every time. And sometimes people say Orgo might be the better hero compared to Dazzle. At least in this scenario, it seems like Super has been being more work than Xiaoe has.
Yeah, it does. Xiaoe's just been a little apart with the Graves, and a lot of it down to the fact that it's just a hard game for the Dazzle. Because of all the stuns flying about and the smoke screens and stuff.
Yeah, the problem is as it goes later and later, your timing gets smaller and smaller because the burst damage gets greater and greater. Early game, your guy gets stunned, you have a lot of time to react, you can heal a little bit. Now it gets stunned, could just die. Last fight, he couldn't thunder because he got Slaughter Crushed towards the end of it, and Brave was on cooldown because he had to use it on LPC. And speaking of LPC, Earth Spirit is just not a hero at this point. He doesn't have any good items to bring him into the mid-late game, he doesn't have that Agnum Scepter. So Earth Spirit is kind of a one-man wonder at this point.
Yeah, he's very poor indeed. LPC at the bottom now, behind Xiaoe is Dazzle.
One racks down. The Chinese, one racks down is what they call a wake-up call, It's like, okay, one racks down, time to start playing Dota for real. And that's generally how Xiaoe's old LG team used to play. They're down 1 racks and they are winning team fights. So, I would not put, I would not give on LFI yet, even though the odds definitely stacked against them.
GV may be ready to try and go for more tier 2 at nights. Ava just push on. There's no ready for them to hold back. They've got Cheese on Injite. Paparazzi with Aegis. LFY are going to have a very hard defense in their hands. Also with the fact that Cicada's picked up the Daedalus, they've got so much damage. MKB is now out for Monet.
He gave up his buyback for this. This is their last hope.
But all there, you see it how it out. Burrow strike in, movement out, and the PC jumps and gets the button smash to Paparazzi. Span out the illusions. Paparazzi pops the Satanic. Gets himself back up to health.
That's a 35-second cooldown, so I mean he's good. He could wait 20 more seconds, it'll be good. The problem with that item is actually there is no problem. Wait 20 seconds, you're good.
Oh, there's your Burrow strike.
Oh!
He's coming in on his ult. Angela pulling down low. Then lose the DK. They bounce. Paparazzi. Monet pulls Paparazzi out of the base. Headed super to false product himself. Get Burrow strike onto Angela. He used him, but he's gonna head out super full off the false promise. I think Monet going all in on that KB and just screwing the buyback gold pretty much was absolutely key to allowing LFY to hold base.
Dude, Dragon Knight just died. Like, you could be arguing that super misplayed that, if the false promise came out there, the team fight would not have been won LFY. But it didn't. I didn't see whether it's stunning him in the back, super distracting him. Whatever the case might be, Monet, like we said, went all in, believed in his team to output the Suns. They did. And, well, that's a one team fight. Some of the game gets a little bit more complicated. Uh-oh, super.
Oh, he's got to be careful. There's a Ricky coming through. Oh, the homing missile loads the sword back. But Brunty pops the BKB super up. Monet with the save. It's going to be fun. Monet doing it for the
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
saving. Getting out. That's nice. Nice indeed for the side of LFY. I can't afford to be losing at this stage. He's that's what he didn't pay for buyback, so he would have been on for a good 70.
Yeah. And he's gonna go for the Octarine, I guess. Yep. To increase his damage output, make him a little bit tankier. I wonder why he's going for Octarine instead of Aghanims, let's say. I feel like the Aghanims would give you much more damage output, but I'm not a Timbersaw player myself, so.
Ooh. Look at that, Lumi. A Blood Fawn on Paparazzi.
What did he drop for it? He dropped Dragonlance for it, right? Yeah.
He's still in the slot.
Yeah, well, he's gonna use it as Aegis slot. He's so rich that he's buying guns for the team. I mean, this is arguably better than Daedalus, right? Like, if you're looking for a crit item, because your whole team crits, and you hit hard. But there are like Lotus Orbs that will get rid of it. And BKBs and Manta, I guess. So, looking at it, there's not many ways to buff that spell. Oh, mid lane, Dogfight jumps in, going for the solo kill.
Oh, PC is gone.
Alright.
He does the buyback. Yeah, dogfights, he can face that. I mean, we talked already about how poor LPC was.
Dogfight's got Esso. This man hits hard as a support.
Yeah, Dogfight, he's had a great game.
Yeah.
On the same farm as in July.
I mean, there was that stage of the game where they kept ganking him and he kept dying, like walking into sentries, but
yeah,
that was a long time ago. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, he's recovered perfectly from that.
Good. Well, the big is, you know, I'm excited for this Bloodthorn. See how damage is gonna be.
I mean, who are you looking to pull on? You just shut Xiamen out, make sure you're getting safe, or do you just go for the big calls?
I think anybody that you're actually actively focused on, you Bloodthorn him and kill.
Oh, Cicada starting to bang into. Oh, look at that damage! Oh my goodness! Hey, back to DK. Super big chase down as well. Cat comes in with the crush, trying to slow down. There's the round, moving in. Super being focused, super fully loaded. Now, lost super. Monet continues to force back iG.Vit.
Oh, like Sanking got caught out too. Sank he died here with that Sank. That's over stun. Super's dead, like you said, for a long time. He's not gonna be able to get back. I don't think
they've got buyback. They've got buyback. Oh yeah, they need to buy back.
And Mess running out too. That's the other issue.
Yeah, super boss back. Oh, Paparazzi being focused by Monet. Oh, he's down. He killed LF1. Cicada as well. He's gonna fall. In July, his crush on the H, powering into him. And now they're not done. Super's a fall as well. It's a full death on this bottom lane.
Dogfight survives.
What the hell is Ricky doing?
you need to buy TP or something. I thought he was gonna steal that gem on top of the cliff, but he didn't.
I was wondering if it was into the base.
Yeah. Can't see the gem on the cliff. My God, maybe iG.Vit did not expect LFY to have buyback and just went up the hill in confidence. But
I think he's just got ripped shreds.
Yeah, going back to Monet to just go all into the MK instead of staying for buyback, that has paid off doubly, right? 2 team fights in a row, it's hit the output alone.
And now they are at a point where they have 3 heroes for buyback of course. Need to either force something big or get something big done with this. Can't lose heroes here. Emphasis. One's got to be careful. They'll force that one by the DK. And that's why. Let's finish it off. There's the second buyback. They're still sticking around. They want to force more. Finds it on side. They done in. Tricks the trade. In July, caught in the midst though. Crammed down, but he uses himself up. In July, trying to escape, and he will be able to force up to the high ground. So he'll live. Now LFY will roll out with Xiamen, trying to chase. Dragon tells himself for the cause, allowing Paparazzi to come in and close the gap. Super's forced out. Monet, he's been blood for need. Like there's turns around onto Paparazzi, forcing his jump back. We see it. Paparazzi, Paparazzi's gonna lose. Spirit. He's gonna kill the gunner. He's gonna turn towards Paparazzi. Can finish it. Oh, he's with this one. And look on the shallow. From Monet, through it over the smoke. Don't forget that through. Oh, they've lost him. The buyback immediately. The dog fights. He's focused by. Ricky kill. 4 dead on IG. Only the Ricky with buyback. Terrible. Straight back into this. How much can LFY get done now?
Oh, they go for the throw. Even they're gonna go straight down the middle. Oh, he doesn't have gold. What happens to BOT? Did you know BOT to a creep? Oh my god, that's like 30 seconds down the tank. Super's gonna try to press as much wave as possible. They're skipping the racks. Yeah, they go
straight for the tier 4.
Yeah.
Going for the game. iG.Vit with 3 of their calls on the sideline for at least 40 seconds. It bolts his Terrorblade. Monet, he does have Metamorphosis, and in fact, tricks of the trade comes out. They're trying to do their best to defend. Dogfights jumps on shape, he graves himself. He's trying to get at the false but they're just in time from Super. LFY turn towards the tier 4s. Super disarming Monet, trying to hold them back 20 seconds. Would have Angel back on the slug, but they lose 1 tier 4. LFY move on to the second. iG.Vit, are they going to have the chance to stop this and fight back? It's going to be so 5 seconds. They're going to have him fight. How much can he do? The tier 4s are down. The beat is exposed. There we go. Inside jumps in. That's one down. Anything more? They're backing off. To pop back from down right. Monet and Super hitting the face and just then Crush trying to fight for the just let's see. He hits it.
10 seconds.
They're so close to having their cause back, but GG of course not long enough. And what they have done, they win the series 2-0. They knock out iG from the competition.
Oh, this game was super close. Super close. I mean, if for example, Monet didn't mess up travel, it would not be close. But, Ricky was making all the plays he did. Remember, he ran